Oh my God, we just figured it out.
Marvel, call us.
Hey, watch to the end because I'm gonna tell you what we figured out.
I think we just busted the case. Is that how? Is that even what?
Yeah,
I think we just cracked the case.
yeah, I think
I
we
said we
just busted the
busted the
cake.
case. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ortiz Outtakes. I'm Ella.
Hey, and I'm Carlos. Welcome back.
By this time, we're sure that everybody has gotten a chance to watch the Fantastic Four teaser trailer, because it was a teaser trailer, that's what it is. And we just wanted to talk about our thoughts and what we saw in it, and what we wanted to share about it.
Yeah, just some. We just wanted to share about what some of our theories might be, and some of just the little small Easter eggs that we seen in the trailer. And like I said, it wasn't really even a trailer. It was it was just a teaser. So not even the special effects was really done. But I'm pretty sure that in the next trailer it'll be a little bit better.
Yes, and that is something that I'm glad that you said, because I feel like people these days are just so harsh when it comes to special effects and computer generated effects. Like, that takes a lot of time to do. Just like, want to remind everybody, they like barely, even if I don't even know if they're finished filming, but they barely, in movie time, just barely film this stuff. And for them to have something for us to see already so soon, and for the movie to be even coming out in July or something, that is fast, especially for a movie like Fantastic Four, where we have a stretchy person, an invisible person, a rock, I kind of would accept if they held on to it a little bit longer, but we'll see. But I feel like that's one of the reasons why we didn't see Reed Richards stretch, because that would be the main thing that people would tear apart.
Or we didn't even see anything about the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and we already know
What's her name? Julia Gardner's
Yes.
character. So I said it's early still, and I personally think that they should have held on to the trailer until Captain America: Brave New World came out.
Like, during that.
Yeah, during the movie.
Well, maybe that we will see something. So this is going to be the third movie adaptation of the Fantastic Four, but it is the first introduction into the MCU. And of course, with the exception of recent MCU movies like Deadpool and Wolverine and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, where we saw alternate versions of the Human Torch and Reed Richards. And so that's exciting, because they finally get to be a part of the MCU, and they're going to be incorporated into the larger story. They're going to be in this next phase. So starting off with the trailer and about just the movie in general, there's just a few things that we know for sure. Something that's different than the other movies, or I'm not sure, you can correct me. It's going to be set in the 1960s. So it's like a period film. Oh, look, my thumb went up. It's going to be set in the 1960s. It will have Galactus, and it is going to have Silver Surfer. So those are the confirmed things that they've told us. Now let's talk about the trailer and and the Easter egg. So we saw Ben the Thing cooking in the kitchen with Herbie.
Herbie is actually an acronym. Okay, so it's a highly engineered robot built for interdimensional exploration.
That's a
So a
lot
lot of
of
people didn't know
words.
that. Yeah, so that's why they cut it down to Herbie. He is a character that he actually showed. They did an Easter egg in a prior movie, and I want to say it was the one with Michael B. Jordan uh, as the uh, as the Torch. It was
Hmm.
that movie, and but he was on the shelf. They showed like a glimpse of him on the shelf in some supply room or something like that. But he was created by Marv Wolfman and John Byrne, and he kind of like remained a staple of the Fantastic Four and the larger mythos ever since.
Yeah.
He even showed up in the cartoons back in the 80s, I think. The early 80s when the Fantastic Four had cartoons. I think it was Hanna Barbera, something. One of them. I know when I used to watch it was on Saturday mornings. But you know, he wound up staying in on as one of the Fantastic Four uh, members.
Nice.
So I'm glad that they implemented him. And then if you look at him in the teaser, I like that they did the little retro, like his eyes. They look like reel to reel a tape deck, reel to reel, and
Hmm.
they each move separately. So I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty cool.
So
And he has like an apron on
yeah, that's
because he's
cool.
cooking.
Yeah, so apparently he first appeared in the TV series and then he appeared for the first time in the comic books the very following year. And they had made him, they had created him to help them find Galactus.
Yeah,
So
so it's perfect that he's in the movie.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then just in
yeah.
this little like part of the trailer, where him and Ben are in the kitchen cooking, I just want to say I feel like they did this for all the Bear fans. They had because this uh, actor Ibon who plays Ben, he's also cousin in the Bear, and I feel like they threw that extra Easter egg for fans of this actor, and they had him in the kitchen cooking. I thought that was funny. I've already seen the memes of the thing in the Bear kitchen, which has been pretty funny.
The whole vibe of the teaser itself, and even with just in the beginning uh when Reed Richards and Sue Storm they coming in with, I guess I don't know who the guy is. He might be a realtor or something, or maybe somebody from a magazine doing an interview with them.
Yeah, and so that's a
Um,
good point because this is when basically, so we see Sue walking in, this man who we are not sure who he is, but she's introducing him into the Baxter building. And this is, Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. So this is like one of the first superhero layers that we have of Marvel. So it's cool to see the Baxter building. We're seeing the classics. And that's what we're going to see in this movie.
yeah, so and it's kind of funny because since it is in the 60s,
Hmm.
all of the decor in the Baxter building and all over New York, it's just it shows how the 60s, but it's still like a futuristic look. It still has futuristic uh you know symbolisms in the movie itself. And in that scene, you can see, like, if you walk when they're walking in with that gentleman, with Sue Storm and Reed Richards. They're walking into and they're saying, hey, we never miss a meal on Sundays. We are
Hmm.
family first. We are family first. So, but if you look at the surroundings and they go into the living room, and it's like kind of like a recess uh living room, which was kind of like what was the style back in the 60s.
Yeah, I like it.
And yeah, because they show it like in the some of the past sequences, like in Iron Man, when when he's a kid
Hmm.
with his parents and stuff like that, and they're in the living room, and they have, if you look at anyway, if you look at the surrounding, it just looks just totally retro, and I like that.
Yeah, I
I've
love it
always been
too.
like a retro guy. Yeah, I've always been a retro type of person, like even when they're looking at the TV outside, in the store,
Mm-hmm.
when they're looking at the launch, the Fantastic Four's launch, into space, the kids outside,
Yeah.
they outside and they looking at those old fashioned TVs,
Yeah.
with the channels on
They did, it looks like they did a really good job with like keeping it in the time period, or like a futuristic
Yeah.
time period. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
this is a comic book world. And
Yeah.
so another thing they show in this trailer, which makes people's brains start working, is they show Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards doing math, like
Yeah.
on the board. He's like, the most smartest man in the world. And um something that people have caught on to, or like took screenshots of, is that they see a drawing that showing that he's working on the multiverse bridge. And so, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously this is the way that we're going to connect everything.
Yeah.
Somehow they knew that somebody was going to catch that, you know
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, if you pause it and you look at it, one of the because he has several like equations and stuff like that, and he's
Mm-hmm.
working on one actually. But if you pause it while he's doing that on a teaser, you can see one of the illustrations that he wrote and on the board is of a black hole. And the
Yeah.
black hole, there's one. It literally says enter and exit, and then below it says alternate universe. It
Yeah.
says it. So I was like, wow, man, that's pretty cool right there. That. And just the way that he has that board in the first place, if you look in the beginning of that shot of that scene,
Mm-hmm.
it comes up and it's in kind of like a arc, and it just looks, it's a chalkboard, but it still looks futuristic. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of futuristic, like how you like, something else that some Fantastic Four comic book fans were happy to see was their Fantastic Car. I don't know if you saw
Oh
it, but they
yeah.
had their Fantastic Car, which is their flying car, which was their primary like way of getting around. And so a lot of fans thought that that was pretty cool, because a lot of times I feel like we're just like, some people get caught up in thinking that things are too silly, like whenever we try to
Yeah.
translate things from books or comic books onto the big screen, that sometimes people don't want to do something like a flying car. But it's just like, but that was the Fantastic Four. Like, they made that, and that's what they did. Like, so I like that they are giving that to the fans. So we will see the Fantastic Car, and hopefully they're flying around in it. um
Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, back then when they was writing the comic books and stuff, that's how they actually saw the future with flying cars and stuff. You know what I mean? And so what's in the movie, I noticed that it's an early version of the Fantastic Car, because it doesn't look like it can fly yet.
you don't think
But
so?
it does look. Well, it doesn't look like it. Not, I may be wrong, but like I said, this is the teaser, so we don't know.
I know we didn't
You
get a
know,
too good of a look.
yeah, but I mean, it looked pretty cool because it actually looked like a old fashioned car that was converted.
They showed John Malkovich, and he's like, looks like with a white beard and everything. And everybody's just kind of unsure who he is going to play. um some people have theories. I don't know if, do you have any theories on who you think that he's going to be or who he's playing?
The best theory that I have is that he works for Doctor Doom.
That's it. That's what you think. But well,
Yeah,
is Doctor Doom? No, okay, never mind. So, because Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is confirmed for like a future movie, not this one, right?
yeah, but there's a lot of speculation in which he might show up in the the end scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The credits,
Mm-hmm.
the end credits. There's a lot of speculation because Doctor Doom is their number one villain. You know, and without like at least a Easter egg,
Yeah.
I'll be feeling cheated for personally as a fan.
Well, what do
No,
you
for
think?
real. Like, yeah.
What do you think about these theories that some people have, or this theory, I guess, who people think it is? Some people think that he could be a Red Ghost, who is a notable villain who first fought them.
Yeah, I mean, it could be him, but for them to do, I don't know what they do, because he has it's Red Ghost and the Super Apes,
Oh well,
and which, so I don't know how they're gonna do CGI Super Apes,
they can do
or
it.
how they go, how to are they gonna defeat hit them right away? Because I guess they got to kind of like, they can't do the whole movie against Galactus, right? I guess they
Yeah.
got to have like a minor villain, so it could be the Red Ghost, and it just is. I would look at that as filler, you know what I'm saying, like to
Mm.
get their feet wet, because they are brand new superheroes, you know what I'm saying, so they do got to get their feet wet. And when we look at it, if just to put the point out there, we're looking at them and they're supposed to already be established uh, superheroes. They're not going to go into a full origin story. From what it looks like, is like they're going to just do flashbacks,
You think
you
so?
know.
Because it look to
Yeah, I
me,
think
I
so,
thought I
because
to me, I thought that it was going to be like right in the beginning they agreed to do a job, and then like I feel like they're gonna like the way that they turn into superheroes is gonna happen like right in the beginning.
Reed Richards is telling Sue Storm, how does he say? He says,
Like before we
this
left
that
you were
way, yeah. The first time we went, we were not invisible, or we were not uh, made out of stone. And
yeah, but that's why I
Johnny,
think they're
and
gonna
then she.
start with it and then they're gonna end with going back up for something.
But I don't
And
think
like
that they're
she's
gonna start
scared.
with. I think that it already happened, because that's the thing, is like, as a fan, I already know, and everybody knows how many times we're gonna be told the origin, just like Spider-Man. How
Yeah.
many times we gonna tell? How many times we gonna experience? Uh, what was that? Uncle Ben's death. You know what I'm saying? It just, that's why it doesn't work. So that's why I think on this one they learned their lesson, in which it'll just be like flashbacks. They will already be famous, because I mean, they are already famous if you look at it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying? If
they
you
show
look
the
at the teaser,
kids with the thing masks on, and
yeah,
they already
they're
have
already
fans.
famous. So I'm thinking, like, in certain parts in the movie, in order to kind of like tell the story, because not everybody knows. I mean, not everybody's like you and I, and a lot of the superhero fans that we know the story, right?
Yeah, well,
Even
that's what
though
I'm saying.
it
So
been,
they have to
so
crumble
they
it
have to kind
in.
of do, yeah, they have to do a little recap, and I think that that's the way that they're gonna do it.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
that's a good theory. But so the next big bombshell was in the trailer. Was we see the gigantic shadow of Galactus over the city of New York. And we even see a shot of the Statue of Liberty and Galactus's head helmet, like for scale, to see
Yeah,
actually how big he is. So, um, Galactus is one of their, you know, one of their main villains, I guess. And
yeah,
but Galactus is a cosmic entity that has to consume planets to stay alive. So this is going to be the big, final boss of the film.
Yeah, and that's about where you're gonna see Julia Garner's character as Silver Surfer. So Silver Surfer plays the Herald of Galactus,
Mm.
and the Herald goes out and finds worlds for Galactus to consume. So there was a part in that in the teaser
Hmm.
in which it looked like they was standing on a balcony, the Fantastic Four or something like that, and they were looking. It looked like a storm was coming.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember that. So in the comic books, kind of like the same thing happened, but what in the comic books, what happened was that the that storm happened was because the Beyonder created that storm in an effort to camouflage the Earth, and so this way, Silver Surfer and Galactus could not see it because he wanted to save the Earth. He didn't want them to Galactus to kill the people of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if you've been watching What If.
I've seen all of What If already.
So if you see the one with What If, I think it might be the last one, in which Obatu.
They canceled it.
What you mean?
They're not gonna make no more What If.
Oh no, but this last one, the last one, when the rest of the Beyonders, they consider Obatu, I think that's his name,
Mm-hmm.
a traitor because he's helping Captain Britain. Was that her name?
The British one.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peggy Carter.
Yeah, Peggy.
Yeah, so he's helping, them to try to save, humanity or what have you. So they consider him. You saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in his speech, he's trying to tell Obatu. No, Obatu is trying to defend his actions, and the other Beyonders are saying what like Riri Williams, like that, and then Obatu says, well, that was just one time, and he says, yeah, but what about Reed Richards?
Mm-hmm.
So that part right there, I don't know if they kind of like connecting it with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could
Maybe.
be, but so supposedly what's being said, what the rumor is that Galactus is also there looking for Reed Richards
Well, that would be
himself,
interesting.
and Reed Richards, because Franklin, he's actually he's looking for Franklin Richards. So Franklin Richards, is he's not there yet, of course, because they're not even married yet. Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Okay,
But
so
they supposedly have a child. I don't know. I shouldn't have went that deep.
no, you actually
That's a
brought
deep
us
dive.
to that was the perfect segue because
Okay.
no, because fans have screenshotted and looked at every single frame, and they are claiming that some frames around Sue Storm's stomach look warped.
Really?
And that she
I
is
didn't-
pregnant.
Okay.
And that they edited the bump out, and the movie is called Fantastic Four First Steps.
Wow.
So you brought
Wow,
the
so-
perfect segue because I think that you just broke the case. Because I didn't know that, and I just knew what I said, and we just put it together. I think we broke the case, everybody.
Because Franklin Richards, he becomes one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel universe later on down the line, and he has a big piece in the Avengers Doomsday saga.
Well, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Man, we so smart.
They can't hide anything from the Marvel
Yeah,
community.
yeah,
They
I'm telling you, we
cannot.
can't put that together. I see that on the cast they have Natasha Leone. What
Oh,
character is Natasha Leone?
I do not think that it is revealed, but she was like the last person to be added to it. Some people say this is funny. This is actually funny. They said some people said Herbie.
Herbie. Well, I mean, so the thing is, right, that would be it would be funny because the one who has the Brooklyn accent, you know what I'm saying,
Is
is
Ben.
Ben Grimm,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And her voice is more rough than Ben's, and in the and in the comic books and the cartoons, Ben is always the one with the rough voice.
Yeah.
And she has a pretty rough Brooklyn accent, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that um
That would be funny.
so pretty much everybody thinks that she is going to be Herbie or anybody that
Yeah.
has a thick New York accent, and or Alicia Masters. The whole cast is really good.
I think they did well. You know, I think they did well as far as the cast is concerned. A lot of people are concerned, or like they were like, "Why is Pedro Pascal and everything now?"
He is
You
not.
know,
They need to
I'm like, yo,
don't hate on Pedro. Like I
I know I like him,
do not hate on
but you know,
Pedro.
a lot of people be saying, I'm like, but he's good, man. I like him,
He's
man.
been
You know what I'm
working for
saying?
a
He's a
long
good actor.
time. Like and he's a good
You know,
age, I feel. Like I don't know. I think that it's nice to
he's
have him as the like in
hey,
Marvel.
you know how many you know how much time he's worked to get up to this level. He got to take his
And
opportunity
how
too.
many
You know what I'm
Latinos
saying?
do we even have in the MCU?
For real.
You
You
know?
know?
So
Yeah.
like don't try to take this away from us.
Yeah.
We
No,
got the
that's a.
smartest man in the universe is a Latino. Like, don't start. Okay, so with all our bombshells, I feel like we got some bombshells.
I
um,
think so.
um, with without going on a huge tangent, how do you think that the how do you think that the Thunderbolts is going to connect to Fantastic Four, because that's the movie we're gonna get before Fantastic Four.
Oh, it's gonna be that one is gonna be hard to kind of like connect. The only way that I could connect them would be with the Sentry. He's gonna be the antagonist for the Thunderbolts. So I don't really know how it's gonna tie in really,
Mm-hmm.
because they gotta tie. So the thing is that this is the deal with the Thunderbolts. They have to tie that up because the Sentry, he is even more. He's like he could. He's like has the power of 1,000 suns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he had taken the super soldier serum, but it's the golden serum. It's like something that was created, you know, and it has like the power of 1,000 suns. The only thing is that he has, like, in his human form, he has mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
So when he takes it, he has like a episode in which he transforms into a villain called the Void, and that villain is like super bad.
The
You know what I'm
Void.
saying? And he's like super powerful and bad. So the Thunderbolts, they're gonna deal with him in the movie, but he is so powerful as and that um he could, like, you know, he could destroy. He's like if he was to throw DC in it, he could
Mm-hmm.
kill Superman no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, him and the Hulk, they have fought like various times in the comic books. So my theory is that because this is more like an espionage type of movie. The Brave and the Bold and the Thunderbolts. I think it's not going to tie into the Fantastic Four. I think it's going to tie into the Secret Wars because I think it's more compatible with that storyline than the Fantastic Four would be.
Yeah.
So, cause honestly, in all honesty, Fantastic Four should have came out years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this way they have already a shoe in. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to tell that story. You know, um, because they are like a very important piece of the Doomsday, movie
Yeah.
and Secret War. So,
Well, yeah.
but like I said, the Fantastic Four shouldn't have even been a movie now. They should have been years ago in the MCU. You know what I'm saying already.
Yeah, that's why I
But now I
feel
think they're
like,
just playing catch up. I think they're just playing catch up with the Fantastic Four,
which our
and that
theory makes even
though,
more sense then with them
yeah,
already going to have a baby.
yeah, because I think they're playing catch up with the Fantastic Four, and I think that these two movies that's coming up now tie in more with the Secret Wars than the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll tie it in somehow. They'll put like a little Easter egg or whatever, but I think that just for fan service.
Yeah, and then it'll like come together like how in Endgame everybody just pulled up.
Yes, yeah. And then it'll make sense.
Like everybody played a
Because
different
remember,
role.
yeah, because remember they working on other things now too, because they looking at the X-Men. They just did a recasting for the whole the X-Men team. They got a new Cyclops. They got they have Kitty Pryde. I just heard they just cast Kitty Pryde as well. So they still working on that, and now that they're officially part of the MCU, um that's going to be something that's going to come during Secret Wars and what have you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And remember now, they still have the TV Plus, the Disney Plus
Oh
series,
yeah.
and which they got. They have Daredevil, and then they have Riri Williams, and I think there's one more. So there is some things that they may expose during those shows that we'll need to see.
I can't wait to watch Fantastic Four, and I can't wait to see a full trailer, hopefully soon. I'm not rushing them though, let them work on their CGI. And I guess just one more thing before we sign off. How'd you think the thing looked?
I think the thing looked comic book accurate.
Right? Yeah, I think some people were like, "How did CGI get worse?" And I'm like, "What the heck are you guys talking about?"
It was not even CGI. I mean, what CGI was the other movie.
Mm-hmm.
This one he had a mask on, but they worked it, of course, a little bit with CGI.
Yeah,
of course,
here and there.
But I think he was comic book accurate. He had the high eyebrow bridge. He had baby blue eyes, just like in the comic books.
Yep.
He always calls himself Baby Blues.
So yeah, I hope you guys liked our breakdown and our theories and just like our brainstorming into what these little things could mean. And I hope that you guys hit that subscribe button and the notification for more deep dives.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. We're going when the next trailer comes out. We're gonna do another one. I'm sure that our minds are gonna be blown with the next trailer.
For sure. All right. So stay nerdy, my friends. Peace. Oh.
Oh shit.
Sam, like I told you we were gonna get you or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the audience was tired of with his green brain.
Yeah,
we didn't
that was
want
a
to
little
see
bit,
him again.
and especially the way that they did it.